Hey guys, this is gonna be a video about something I think a lot of you have actually drawn to my attention, and this is something I've almost kind of brushed off as well, but I talk too quickly, and a lot of people in my videos have commented that I talk too quickly, and even now, while I'm saying this, I'm actually trying to make a deliberate, conscious effort to slow down my voice, slow down my pace, and actually try and explain to you guys why I talk too quickly. Or at the very least, my understandings of why I talk too quickly. Quickly. If I really had to put a pin on it, I think it might come. It comes from childhood. It comes from a young age of feeling, or emotions, I think, really, of feeling unheard, of feeling unlistened to. The way I was raised, kids weren't really meant to speak, and it was quite old fashioned, especially the fact when I was raised by my grandparents. Or my parents were working, they'd often drop us at my grandparents, and I wouldn't feel heard or seen or really be able to speak. It was simply their dictum, and that was it really. There was no back talk or communication, and there's a I hate to use the term, but it's true. There was a lot of emotional abuse, a lot of feeling that I was unworthy, a lot of feeling that I was stupid, a lot of feeling that I wasn't smart or capable or competent. That happened there. Maybe it came from a place of love, maybe it came from a place of understanding. I've belabored in the past as well how damaged, in a sense, my grandparents were. They had their own trauma that they never dealt with, and that had been passed on to generations. And so, just being able to look at that has been healthy, but it's hard to sometimes go back over the past. But I think it comes from there. It comes from a childhood where I felt I was unheard, unable to communicate with people. And so when I did have the chance to communicate, I have to get out really fast. Even now, just saying that right now, I had to get out really fast. I said that really quickly. That wasn't even intentional. That is something that is both. I think it's both two things. One, because I'm usually a lot in my thoughts, and I'm thankfully getting out of my thoughts as well. I'm thankfully getting out of thinking, getting in more into being present through meditation, through journaling, through being mindful. But I am a lot of my thoughts, and so I'd have a lot of thoughts that I'd want to communicate quite fast. But also, I didn't respect myself. I didn't respect myself, and I felt because of that fact, the other person wouldn't respect myself and wouldn't give me the time to say what I wanted to say, to listen to my speech, or at what point I had to make, or point conversation even as well. Even in times when I'm having a two-way conversation with someone, when someone clearly wants an answer, I would almost verbal diarrhea that response back because I just felt my window for opportunity was so limited. And I know now, thankfully, that it's the other way around. Talking slower makes people pay attention to you more. My boss gave me a very good piece of advice here. He said enunciate every third or fourth word. Try and put like a point on that. Speak slowly in a sort of sensible cadence. Even words like sort of or pauses. Well, pauses are fine, but or sort of or like, these kind of you see exactly that. These filler words are just gonna make people pay less attention. Rather than using filler words, it's clearly a lot better to pause like this. Also, Hamza made a video about downflexion, which is when you finish a sentence and you downflect. I don't know how much he does it now, but it's certainly something I'm gonna try and do more in my videos. But yeah, it comes from childhood. It comes from a place of feeling unable to speak my mind fully. So I felt that I had to throw my whole sentence out. It almost comes from a place of what might even be, I guess, disrespect to the listener. Hear me out on this. It's almost that I don't care if the listener hears or understands what I'm trying to say. The only thing that matters is that I get my words out, and that's it. I don't think it's intentionally disrespectful, but clearly it can be seen as disrespectful if I talk too fast, and therefore someone else doesn't understand my message or I'm trying to convey. And that obviously doesn't work as well when I'm doing these guided meditation sessions, where it's important that you're able to hear every single word I say. Where it's meant to help guide you into a state of relaxation or a state of focus, depending on the outcome of the session. I'm gonna really make a conscious effort now to try and speak more slowly, because I get so passionate about self-improvement. I love this stuff. I'm sure you see it in my videos, and I can get too hyper as well. It can be forced. It can be really quite forced in some of my videos, because I can do the energy for short bursts, right? I can get really hyper about meditation or cold showers or breathing, but I'm not like that all the time. I tend to be quite relaxed. It's just when I get passionate about something, I talk really fast and get hyper about it, which is great, but it's not always the best for conveying a video. So I want to thank you, every single person who told me I need to speak slower, because I do need to speak slower. There's no point in making these videos and making content if you guys, my boys, girls, whoever's watching, if you don't understand what I'm saying, if you can't hear my message, if you can't hear my, experience, strength, and hope, everything I've been through, there's no point in making these videos if you're not getting anything out of it. Because I do this for you. It started for me, but I'm doing this for you guys. So thank you for your feedback, and keep criticizing me. Keep criticizing me. Keep telling me what I could do better. Keep helping me improve and helping me grow. And everything you give back to me, I'll give back to you as well, in terms of the content and everything like that. Everything in that regard as well. Take it, guys. Remember, choose purpose over pleasure. Mwah.